For centuries, the story of Jesus Christ has captivated billions around the world. Could there be another explanation for the empty tomb and the subsequent appearances of Jesus? For a lot of people, the answer to that question is a definitive no. But what if I were to tell you that there is a significant population that believes otherwise? These people believe in and support a theory that says that Jesus Christ never actually died on the cross. It's known as the Swoon Theory, and it proposes that Jesus did not actually die on the cross, but merely fell unconscious. This theory challenges the miraculous nature of the resurrection, presenting it instead as a case of misdiagnosis and natural recovery. Today, we're going to examine every argument presented by proponents of the Swoon Theory. We're going to investigate every aspect of it to bring you the truth. To grasp the implications of the Swoon Theory, it's crucial to understand the brutal reality of crucifixion. Jesus' crucifixion was a prolonged and agonizing ordeal designed to inflict maximum pain and humiliation. Nails were driven through the hands or wrists and feet, pinning the victim to the cross. Death, often caused by asphyxiation or cardiac arrest, could take hours, even days to arrive. Jewish burial customs add another layer of complexity to the Swoon Theory. Jesus' body, wrapped hastily in linen cloths with spices, was laid inside the tomb. The haste with which Jesus was buried could have led to a misdiagnosis of death. However, those preparing the body would have been familiar with the signs of death. The Swoon Theory contends with a lack of supporting evidence from Roman sources. Roman soldiers overseeing crucifixions were highly trained and experienced. It is highly improbable that seasoned Roman soldiers would have mistaken a swoon for death. Seeds of doubt regarding Jesus' resurrection existed even in the early years following his death. The Gospel of John recounts how the Apostle Thomas initially refused to believe in the resurrection until he had seen and touched Jesus' wounds. Could a man subjected to Roman crucifixion realistically survive? Proponents of the Swoon Theory point to several medical arguments. They emphasize that crucifixion did not always result in immediate death. Historical accounts suggest that individuals could linger for hours, even days, on the cross before succumbing to their injuries. The Shroud of Turin, a linen cloth bearing the faint image of a man, has become interwoven with the Swoon Theory. Proponents argue that the shroud's details, if authentic, could challenge the traditional narrative of Jesus' death. However, the authenticity of the Shroud of Turin remains a subject of intense debate. The Gospel accounts contain gaps and inconsistencies that have fueled speculation for centuries. Proponents of the Swoon Theory suggest that the gap in the narrative provides a window of opportunity for Jesus to have recovered. This scenario attempts to provide a naturalistic explanation for the empty tomb. The Swoon Theory highlights the specific conditions within the tomb where Jesus was laid to rest. The coolness and darkness of the tomb could have helped to regulate Jesus' body temperature and promote rest. However, opponents counter that these arguments are ultimately speculative. The Swoon Theory reinterprets the Gospel accounts of Jesus' appearances and ascension. Proponents suggest these were encounters with a weakened Jesus, or hallucinations by his followers. The ascension is seen as symbolic of Jesus going into hiding. This theory offers a naturalistic explanation suggesting Jesus survived the crucifixion. While the Swoon Theory might appear plausible at first glance, it faces a mountain of counter-arguments that challenge its fundamental premise, that Jesus could have survived the brutal reality of Roman crucifixion. Opponents argue that the theory drastically underestimates the severity of the punishment inflicted upon Jesus, a punishment designed not merely to kill, but to utterly break the human body and spirit. The process, far from being a swift execution, involved a calculated cruelty meant to instill terror and deter rebellion. Before even reaching the cross, Jesus endured a horrific scourging, a punishment so severe it often proved fatal on its own. Roman soldiers, trained in inflicting pain, would have lacerated his flesh with whips embedded with metal hooks and bone fragments, tearing into muscle and sinew. This alone would have left him weak, bleeding profusely, and on the verge of collapse. Yet, the ordeal was far from over. Forced to carry his own crossbeam, a heavy wooden burden, Jesus would have struggled to Golgotha, the execution site, his every step a testament to his rapidly dwindling strength. The crucifixion itself, a gruesome spectacle meant to serve as a public warning, would have exacerbated his already horrific injuries. Nails driven through his wrists and feet, the weight of his body pulling on his pierced limbs, would have induced excruciating pain, further contributing to his rapid decline. The swoon theory falters when faced with the silence of historical records regarding Jesus' survival. If Jesus had escaped the tomb, some historical trace should exist. Yet, no evidence exists in Roman records or early Christian writings. The absence of records casts doubt on the swoon theory. The swoon theory, in its attempt to find a rational explanation for the events surrounding Jesus' death and alleged resurrection, often overlooks the profound spiritual transformation that took root in the hearts of his followers. The disciples, initially a dejected and fearful group, scattered after Jesus' arrest, suddenly emerged from hiding, boldly proclaiming his resurrection and facing persecution, imprisonment, and even death for their beliefs. This dramatic shift from despair to unwavering faith cannot be easily explained away as mere wishful thinking or mass delusion. The disciples had witnessed firsthand the brutality of Jesus' crucifixion. They had mourned his death, prepared his body for burial, and sealed him within the tomb. To suggest that these individuals, who had known Jesus intimately, could be so easily fooled by a swooning figure or a case of mistaken identity strains credulity. Their transformation speaks to a deeper truth, a spiritual awakening that transcended the physical realm. The resurrection, as understood by early Christians, was not merely a resuscitation of the flesh, but a triumph over death itself, a victory that shattered the bonds of mortality and ushered in a new era of hope and redemption. The swoon theory, by reducing the resurrection to a matter of mere physical survival, fails to capture the transformative power of faith that ignited the Christian movement and continues to inspire billions across the globe. The swoon theory often hinges on the idea that the empty tomb, discovered on the third day after Jesus' crucifixion, served as a space for his recovery, a refuge where he could recuperate from his injuries and eventually emerge to rejoin his followers. However, this interpretation overlooks the symbolic significance of the tomb within the broader context of Jewish burial customs and the emerging Christian faith. Tombs, in ancient Jewish culture, were not viewed merely as places of interment, but as sacred spaces, imbued with spiritual meaning. To disturb a tomb, especially one recently sealed, was considered a grave offense, a violation of religious law and social taboos. It is highly unlikely that Jesus' followers, devout Jews themselves, would have risked such a transgression, even if they believed he might be alive within. Moreover, the Gospel accounts emphasize the astonishment and confusion of those who discovered the empty tomb, suggesting that they had not anticipated or orchestrated Jesus' escape. The empty tomb, within the framework of Christian belief, serves not as a testament to Jesus' physical survival, but as a powerful symbol of his triumph over death. It represents the ultimate liberation from the confines of the material world, a transition from mortality to eternal life. The swoon theory, by interpreting the empty tomb literally, misses the deeper spiritual significance it holds within the Christian narrative. The essence of Jesus' message lies in the transformative power of his teachings, not the physicality of his death or resurrection. Jesus emphasized love, compassion, forgiveness, and the worth of every human being. He challenged societal norms and offered a path towards spiritual enlightenment. The true power of Jesus' message lies in inspiring meaningful, compassionate lives. The swoon theory, though not mainstream, echoes in popular culture, surfacing in novels, films, and TV shows exploring Jesus' life and death. It provides fertile ground for storytellers to explore alternative historical narratives and challenge traditional beliefs. From classic literature to blockbusters, the swoon theory serves as a catalyst for exploring themes of faith, doubt, and truth. Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code touches on the idea that Jesus might have survived the crucifixion. The novel sparked widespread debate and renewed interest in alternative interpretations of Christian history. Martin Scorsese's The Last Temptation of Christ depicts a more human Jesus, imagining a life where he survives the crucifixion. These works reflect the enduring allure of the Swoon Theory, captivating the imagination and prompting reflection on faith. The theory's presence in popular culture underscores its relevance as a cultural touchstone and a symbol of skepticism. The Swoon Theory, though controversial, sparks dialogue on Jesus' life, death, and Christianity's rise. It challenges dominant narratives, encouraging re-examination of historical and theological evidence. This exploration enriches understanding of Jesus' story and its impact on civilization. It prompts a closer look at Roman crucifixion, Jewish burial customs, and first-century Judea. These discussions foster thoughtful inquiry and a deeper appreciation for history and faith. The Swoon Theory's persistence, even in the face of compelling counter-arguments, speaks to a broader human tendency to question established narratives and explore alternative explanations for life's mysteries. The human mind, wired for pattern recognition and meaning-making, often seeks to reconcile seemingly contradictory information, especially when dealing with events of profound significance. The story of Jesus, with its themes of life, death, and the possibility of transcendence, naturally invites speculation and interpretation. The Swoon Theory, in this context, represents just one of many alternative narratives that have emerged throughout history, each attempting to grapple with the enigmas surrounding Jesus' life and legacy. From theories about Jesus traveling to India in his youth, to claims of a secret marriage and lineage, these alternative narratives, while often lacking in historical or theological support, highlight the enduring power of storytelling and the human desire to find meaning beyond accepted truths. The allure of such narratives lies in their ability to challenge the absolute, to offer a glimpse beyond the veil of orthodoxy, and explore the what-ifs of history. While these alternative narratives might not always withstand scrutiny, they serve as reminders that history is not a monolithic entity, but a tapestry woven from diverse perspectives, interpretations, and often a healthy dose of speculation. The Swoon Theory, while a fascinating historical footnote, ultimately represents just one point along a spectrum of belief regarding Jesus' death and resurrection. In the modern age, characterized by a diversity of religious and secular perspectives, individuals hold a wide range of views on this pivotal event, from unwavering faith in the literal truth of the biblical accounts to complete skepticism regarding the historicity of Jesus himself. The Swoon Theory, with its emphasis on natural explanations, might resonate with individuals who find themselves somewhere in between these two poles, seeking a middle ground between blind faith and outright dismissal. Some individuals might find solace in the idea that Jesus, while not divinely resurrected, might have survived the crucifixion, his message of love and compassion continuing to inspire generations. Others might view the Swoon Theory as a stepping stone on their own spiritual journeys, a catalyst for questioning, exploring, and ultimately arriving at their own understanding of faith, history, and the meaning of Jesus' life and teachings. The modern world, with its access to information and its embrace of diverse perspectives, allows for a more nuanced and multifaceted understanding of faith. The Swoon Theory, in this context, serves as a reminder that the search for truth is an ongoing process, a journey of exploration and discovery that often leads to more questions than definitive answers. A theory at the crossroads of faith and reason. The Swoon Theory stands as a testament to the enduring human impulse to reconcile faith with reason, to find explanations for the seemingly inexplicable, even within the realm of the sacred. It reminds us that the story of Jesus, for all its centrality to Christian faith, has not been immune to scrutiny, skepticism, and alternative interpretations. While the theory itself might not withstand the weight of historical and theological counter-arguments, it nonetheless serves as a valuable lens through which to examine the complexities surrounding Jesus' life, death, and the rise of Christianity. The Swoon Theory's resilience, its ability to persist despite being largely dismissed by scholars and theologians, speaks to a deeper human need for understanding, for narratives that resonate with our own experiences and worldviews. It highlights the inherent tension between accepting events on faith and seeking evidence-based explanations. A tension that has fueled religious and philosophical debate for centuries. The theory's appeal lies in its simplicity, its attempt to offer a naturalistic explanation for an event often shrouded in the language of the miraculous. Yet in its simplicity, it often overlooks the profound spiritual impact of Jesus' life, teachings, and alleged resurrection, an impact that transcends the realm of the purely physical. The enduring legacy, beyond the shadow of doubt. The Swoon Theory, while ultimately unconvincing as a historical explanation, serves as a valuable reminder that history is not a collection of static facts, but a dynamic tapestry woven from interpretation, speculation, and the enduring human search for meaning. It encourages us to engage critically with historical narratives, to question assumptions, and to remain open to diverse perspectives, even those that challenge our own deeply held beliefs. The true legacy of the Swoon Theory lies not in its ability to disprove the resurrection, but in its capacity to spark dialogue, to prompt reflection on the nature of faith, and to deepen our appreciation for the complexities surrounding the story of Jesus and its enduring impact on human civilization. Whether one embraces the traditional narrative of the resurrection or seeks alternative explanations, the story of Jesus continues to resonate across cultures and continents, inspiring billions with its message of love, compassion, and the possibility of transcendence. The Swoon Theory, in its own way, contributes to this enduring legacy, not by providing definitive answers, but by reminding us that the search for truth, like faith itself, is an ongoing journey. What are your thoughts on the Swoon Theory? Be sure to let me know in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed today's video and want to do more research, be sure to check the description for books and other resources on the Swoon Theory and other related topics.
If you enjoy our content, we'd love your support. By joining one of our channel memberships, you help us continue creating videos like this one while gaining access to some amazing perks. As a member, you'll unlock exclusive content available only to supporters, earn loyalty badges to show off in comments and live chats, and enjoy priority responses to your comments, shoutouts, and more. The best part? Memberships start at just $2.99 a month, less than a cup of coffee. Even small contributions make a big difference for the PJ Bible TV team in covering production costs and delivering the content you love. And if you're not ready to become a channel member today but still want to support us, there are other ways to help. Engaging with our videos is a tremendous way to show your support. By taking just a few moments to like the video, share it with friends, family, or on social media, and leave a comment, you're telling the YouTube algorithm to share our content with more people. Your support, no matter how you choose to show it, means the world to us. Thank you for being part of the PJ Bible TV community.